The modern NFL is an ecosystem explicitly designed for the wide receiver. Over the last 20 years, the rulebook has been meticulously rewritten to protect them, empower them, and ensure that they score as many points as humanly possible. If a defender breathes too heavily on a receiver past 5 yards, it is a penalty. If you hit them too hard, it is a fine. The NFL wants flying footballs, deep bombs, and wide receivers dancing in the end zone. Because of this, if you are an NFL quarterback, throwing a touchdown pass to a receiver is not an achievement. It is a routine part of the job, unless you were the 2014 Kansas City Chiefs. Before the current era of unstoppable offense, before a guy wearing number 15 arrived to turn Arrowhead into a highlight factory, the Chiefs achieved something that sports scientists and statisticians previously believed to be impossible. They played a full 16-game season, threw the football nearly 500 times, and somehow did not throw a single touchdown pass to a wide receiver. Usually when an NFL team breaks a negative record, it's because they're fundamentally incompetent. If a team doesn't score any passing touchdowns, you assume they went 2-14 and fired their head coach by November. But Andy Reid's 2014 Chiefs were a decent football team. They went 9-7. Quarterback Alex Smith threw for over 3,200 yards. The offense scored 18 passing touchdowns. But every single time they entered the red zone, it's like a magical force field materialized around the end zone. To try and understand this curse on the wide receivers, let's take a look at our victims. The Chiefs' wide receiver room was a strange collection of aging veterans, journeymen, and draft busts. Let's look at the entire depth chart. You had Dwayne Bowe, an expensive veteran with wearing knees. You had an undrafted rookie named Albert Wilson. You had Donnie Avery and Jason Avant, two guys playing on their fourth teams in 5 years. You had Junior Hemingway, a 4th, 7th round pick. You had AJ Jenkins, a first-round draft bust. And you had Frankie Hammond, who caught exactly 4 footballs all year. That is all of them. Every single pure wide receiver on the roster. As a collective unit, that room caught exactly 129 passes that season. They racked up 1,588 receiving yards. They did the heavy lifting between the 20-yard lines. But the moment their cleats touched the painted grass of the end zone, the game simply refused for them to be in possession of the football. The bizarre truth of the 2014 season is that the Chiefs' offense actually worked. They found a glitch in the simulation, if you will. Quarterback Alex Smith had a reputation as Captain Checkdown. He didn't like throwing deep outside the numbers. He liked safe, high-percentage throws down the middle of the field. So when the Chiefs got into the red zone, Smith completely ignored the wide receivers. He threw touchdowns to tight ends, threw touchdowns to running back. He even threw a touchdown to Anthony Sherman, a fullback, a position that barely even exists in the modern NFL. Jamal Charles caught 5 touchdown passes out of the backfield. A young, relatively unknown tight end named Travis Kelce also caught 5. Backup tight end Anthony Fasano caught 4. The Chiefs were winning games. They destroyed the New England Patriots on Monday Night Football. They beat the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. But as the weeks went on, the media began to notice the anomaly. Week 8 passed, no receiver touchdowns. Week 10 passed, still nothing. The pressure began to mount. But this is where it goes beyond the realm of unlucky and just gets purely insane. Take Week 7 against the Chargers. AJ Jenkins catches a screen pass, shakes loose of his tacklers, has open daylight. He's sprinting near midfield on a play that could have easily gone for a long touchdown. But look here. For absolutely no physical reason, he carelessly steps out of bounds and forgets where he is on the field. The play is dead, and the streak survives. Every time a Chiefs wide receiver gets an opportunity to break the streak, something would happen to stop it entirely. But nothing, and I mean nothing, compares to the tragedy of the season finale. Week 17, the final game of the season. Dwayne Bowe is determined to not let his positional group make the wrong side of the history books. In the second quarter, backup quarterback Chase Daniel is playing because Alex Smith is out with a lacerated spleen. He throws a strike to Bowe. Bowe stumbles back, putting his full body weight towards the end zone, and then he gets hit. The ball pops out, a fumble. The wide receiver touchdown is literally hovering in midair, slipping out of his grasp at the 1-inch line, but it doesn't hit the ground. A Chiefs player swoops in, grabs the fumble right out of the air for the touchdown. Arrowhead goes crazy. But who caught it? A wide receiver? Nope. Travis Kelce, a tight end. We just watched a sequence of events where a wide receiver does 99% of the legwork, fumbles at the 1-inch line, and the tight end records the record of a touchdown on the stat sheet. You can't be more destined for failure than that. When the clock hit 0 on the 2014 season, the Chiefs became the first team since the 1964 New York Giants to play an entire season without throwing a touchdown to a wide receiver. Looking back now at the most recent Chiefs offense, how they play essentially on easy mode, the 2014 season seems like a hallucination. It proves that football is not just a game of inches or analytics. Sometimes, a professional franchise can put 11 elite athletes on the field, run perfectly designed plays, win 9 games, and still spend 16 weeks getting brutally rejected by the laws of probability. See you next time.